On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Intimate.
Having a very close friendship, personal.
Examples:
My intimate affairs. Intimate relationship. He has an intimate knowledge of American history.
Intimacy.
Close familiarity or friendship, a close, familiar, and usually affectionate or loving personal relationship with another person.
Examples:
On terms of intimacy. Build intimacy. They were looking for intimacy in their relationship and wanted to be close to each other.
Transition.
The process or period of changing from one state or circumstance to another.
Examples:
Transition phase. Ensure a smooth transition. The nation's healthcare system is in transition at the moment.
Homeland.
A place regarded as one's native country or where one belongs.
Examples:
Beloved homeland. Homeland pride. I miss my homeland and the familiar sights, sounds, and smells.
Highland.
An area of elevated land or hilly terrain.
Examples:
Highland Indian. Highland agriculture. This region has a humid subtropical and highland climate.
Communal.
Belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Singular.
Being only one of its kind, unique.
Examples:
Singular purpose. Singular goal. The singular beauty of the night sky never ceases to amaze him.
Gradual.
Happening slowly over a long period of time or distance, not steep or abrupt.
Examples:
A gradual process. A gradual change. The country experienced a gradual increase in population.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Focal.
Relating to an important or central point or area, sharp or precise in focus or detail.
Examples:
Focal neurological deficit. Focal length. The photographer adjusted the camera to focus on the image's focal point.
Interaction.
The act of connecting with someone, mainly when working, playing, or spending time with them.
Examples.
The interaction between man and his environment. Interaction among human beings. The interaction of the two groups is good for brainstorming.
Elaborate.
Containing a lot of carefully prepared and organized or many complicated and detailed parts.
Examples.
An elaborate hat. Elaborate Ponzi scheme. He proposed an elaborate program of public works.
Ritual.
Any customary observance or practice, any prescribed procedure for conducting religious ceremonies.
Examples.
A ritual dance. Morning ritual. The woman of the house does the holy ritual of lighting 2 candles.
Reciprocal.
Given or felt by each toward the other, mutual, corresponding, or interchangeable.
Examples.
Have a reciprocal respect. Reciprocal actions. Their relationship was based on reciprocal love and respect for each other.
Debt.
Something, especially money, goods, or services owed by one person to another, the state of owing something.
Examples.
Debt ceiling. Corporate debt. He became in debt after losing his job.
Buffalo.
A large wild ox with shaggy hair found in Asia and North America.
Examples.
Buffalo horn. Buffalo steak. The buffalo roamed freely in the plains of North America.
Sacrifice.
The act of killing an animal or person or surrendering a possession as an offering to a deity. Verb, to give up something important or valuable to help another person or get or do something that seems more important.
Examples.
Small sacrifice for a great cause. Sacrifice anything to get ahead. You cannot accomplish great things without a sacrifice of your time or money.
Distribute.
To give something to a large number of individuals, or to spread or furnish something.
Examples.
Distribute wealth evenly. Distribute video content. His estate was distributed to his sons.
Deceased.
No longer alive, dead.
Examples.
Deceased loved one. Deceased relative. The deceased person's family was notified of their passing.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples.
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Surrounding.
That is near or around, or closely encircling something.
Examples:
Surrounding areas. A fence surrounding a castle. The surrounding mountains make the city difficult to be invaded.
Enactment.
The act of giving legal effect to a piece of legislation by passing it into law.
Examples:
Early enactment of bills. Enactment of a contract. The new law was passed by the government and became an enactment on the first of the month.
Visible.
Capable of being seen or open to easy view.
Examples:
Visible stars. Visible by X-ray. My home is easily visible from the shore.
Remarkable.
Worthy of attention because unusual or special.
Examples:
Remarkable achievement. The remarkable breadth of knowledge. The election was a remarkable success for the Whigs.
Aspect.
One part or feature of a situation, problem, subject, etc.
Examples:
Non-technical aspects of the job. Aspects of social, political, and economic life. His professional experience includes all aspects of media production.
Landscape.
An expanse of scenery that can be seen in a single view, a large area of land, especially in the country and relating to its appearance.
Examples:
A peaceful landscape. Landscape painting. Recent electoral shocks have shaken the political landscape in Europe.
Lasting.
Durable and enduring over time, continuing or permanent in effect.
Examples:
Lasting impression. Lasting impact. Their marriage was built on a foundation of love and trust, which resulted in a lasting relationship that spanned over 50 years.
Ceremony.
A formal event or ritual, often religious or solemn.
Examples:
Ceremony hall. Ceremony location. The wedding ceremony was a beautiful and emotional event.
Raucous.
Harsh, loud, and disorderly, characterized by rowdy or chaotic behavior, producing an unpleasantly loud and harsh noise.
Examples:
Raucous laughter. Raucous crowd. The raucous party next door kept us awake all night.
Affair.
Event, situation, or subject that is significant from a political or public perspective, a secretive or illicit sexual relationship.
Examples:
Current affairs. Domestic affairs. Some critics say this exhibition will be a big affair.
Commemorate.
To honor the memory of someone or something by ceremony or tribute.
Examples:
Commemorate her long life. Commemorate a deed. The country commemorated the war heroes on Memorial Day.
Publicly.
In a manner accessible to or observable by the public, by the government.
Examples:
Publicly accessible record. Publicly financed schools. She publicly denounced the government's mishandling of the economic crisis.
Identity.
The fact of being who or what somebody or something is, the features, emotions, or ideas that distinguish persons from one another.
Examples:
Mistaken identity. Identity as an individual. The terrorist's identity remains unknown.
Remembrance.
The act of remembering or honoring a person, event, or thing from the past, a memory or memento.
Examples:
Remembrance Day. Eternal remembrance. The annual remembrance ceremony honors those who sacrificed their lives for the country.
Grandiose.
Impressive or grand in size, appearance, or manner, especially in an exaggerated or pompous way.
Examples:
Grandiose project. Make a grandiose claim. The grandiose mansion was a testament to the family's wealth and status.
Incommensurable.
Not able to be measured or compared because of a lack of common standard or unit of measurement, unable to be reasonably evaluated or judged against one another.
Examples:
Incommensurable scales. Incommensurable differences. The philosophical debate centered around the concept of incommensurable values.
Mortality.
The quality or state of being subject to death.
Examples:
Mortality due to cancer. Lower infant mortality. This disease has a high mortality.
Universal.
Existing or affecting everywhere or everyone.
Examples:
Universal life. Principles of universal design. The picture earned near universal acclaim from critics.
Anthropology.
The scientific study of humanity, concerned with human behavior, human biology, cultures, societies, and linguistics in both the present and past, including past human species.
Examples:
Social anthropology. Anthropology of religion. The areas of anthropology and psychology are significantly related to one another.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples:
Define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Phenomenon.
Something that exists and can be perceptible, especially one that is not fully understood.
Examples:
Natural phenomenon. Historical phenomenon. A rainbow is a natural phenomenon.
Questionable.
Doubtful or uncertain and may be open to question or criticism.
Examples:
Questionable ingredients. Questionable methods. The evidence presented in the report is questionable and may need further investigation before any conclusions can be drawn.
Irrefutable.
Impossible to deny, challenge, or dispute.
Examples:
An irrefutable argument. Irrefutable facts. The evidence was irrefutable and convinced the jury.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology. Cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Expire.
To come to the end of the period of validity of a document, authorization, agreement, etc.
Examples:
Expires next month. It will expire. I forgot to renew my driver's license, and it expired.
Corporeal.
Relating to the physical body, tangible or material in nature.
Examples:
Corporeal form. Corporeal existence. The paranormal investigators claim to have captured corporeal evidence of ghostly activity.
Genesis.
The origin or beginning of something. The first book of the biblical scriptures of both Judaism and Christianity, describing the creation of the earth and humankind.
Examples:
The genesis of civilization. In the book of Genesis. The politicians' remarks became the genesis of the clash between the two countries.
Cessation.
The act of stopping or coming to an end, a temporary or permanent discontinuance of an activity or state.
Examples:
Cessation from work. Cessation of smoking. The government called for an immediate cessation of hostilities between the two countries.
Extended.
Longer than usual or anticipated.
Examples:
Extended vacation. Extended payment. The extended airport runways may accommodate larger jets.
Marshal.
A military officer of high rank or a person in charge of organizing or leading a parade or public event, a law enforcement official or officer responsible for maintaining order and enforcing regulations. Verb, to organize, arrange, or gather together resources, information, or people in a deliberate and systematic manner.
Examples:
Marshal the books into their proper places. Deputy marshal. The event organizer appointed a professional marshal to manage the flow of traffic.
Appropriate.
Suitable or proper in the circumstances, fitting.
Examples:
Appropriate behavior. An appropriate time. It would be appropriate to dress nicely for the wedding.
Participate.
To take part in something.
Examples:
Participate fully in conversation. Participate in the program. The majority of students actively participated in the college's intramural sports program.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Residence.
The fact or condition of living in a particular place, a home.
Examples:
Permanent residence. The main residence. The residence of the ambassador was located in the heart of the city.
Symbol.
Something visible that is used to represent something else.
Examples:
Symbol color. Symbol for happiness. The dragon is considered a symbol of bravery.
Essentially.
Relating to the essential features or concepts of anything.
Examples:
Essentially correct. Become essentially same. Essentially, a society is an organism.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Ancestral.
Related to or connected with members of your family from the past.
Examples:
An ancestral graveyard. Ancestral roots. The ancestral home has been in the family for generations.
Refer.
To direct someone's attention, thoughts, or questions to another source or person, to mention, cite, or allude to something as evidence or support.
Examples:
Refer to a book. Refer to a map. Please refer to the instruction manual for further assistance.
Asleep.
In a state of sleep.
Examples:
Asleep at the wheel. Dead asleep. He lay down and fell asleep immediately.
Injunction.
A court order that prohibits or compels a specific action, a legal command or directive requiring a person or organization to do or refrain from doing something.
Examples:
legal injunction, court injunction. The union requested an injunction to prevent the company from firing workers without cause.
Communicate.
To share or exchange information with others by speaking, writing, moving your body, or using other signals.
Examples:
communicate his anxieties to the psychiatrist. Communicate well with my advisor. Dolphins use sound to communicate with each other.
Undergo.
To go through something unpleasant or that involves a change.
Examples:
undergo surgery. Undergo a decrease. The train has to undergo rigorous safety checks.
Afterlife.
Life after death, as believed in many cultures and religious traditions.
Examples:
afterlife name. Corporate afterlife. The belief in an afterlife comforted those mourning the loss of their loved ones.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples:
a remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Visceral.
Relating to or affecting the internal organs, instinctive or emotional rather than rational, characterized by deep-seated emotional reactions or responses.
Examples:
visceral organ. Visceral fear. After watching the horror movie, she had a visceral reaction and couldn't sleep all night.
Reaction.
A response that reveals a person's feelings or attitude. In chemistry, a process in which one or more substances are changed into others.
Examples:
chemical reaction. Trigger a reaction. There was a chemical reaction of the lime with the groundwater.
Proximity.
The state or quality of being near or close to something or someone in distance or time.
Examples:
proximity sensor. Geographical proximity. The proximity of the two cities makes it easy to travel between them.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
a medical opinion. Temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Definition.
A concise explanation of the meaning of a word, phrase, or symbol.
Examples:
a precise definition. The definition of a word. Parallel lines are, by definition, lines on the same plane that never cross.
Encompass.
To surround or cover something completely, to include a large number of or different types of things entirely.
Examples:
Encompass a broad range. Encompass the enemy. The optimal solution that would encompass all these elements has yet to be proposed.
Recognize.
To acknowledge or realize something or someone, to identify, remember, or become aware of something that was previously known or encountered.
Examples:
Recognize talent. Recognize achievement. It's important to recognize your strengths and weaknesses.
Cult.
A small religious group, especially one that is not part of a larger religion and that is regarded as outside the norm, followers of an exclusive system of beliefs and practices.
Examples:
Cult members. Cult's practices. The cult leader promised his followers that they would achieve enlightenment if they followed his teachings.
Widespread.
Existing or happening in various places or among many people.
Examples:
Widespread use. Widespread fear of nuclear war. In medieval times, death punishment was widespread and socially accepted.
Biomedical.
Relating to the application of the natural sciences, especially biology and physiology, to clinical medicine and healthcare.
Examples:
Biomedical assay. Cutting-edge biomedical. Biomedical engineering focuses on developing new medical technologies and innovations to improve patient health outcomes.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Cease.
To stop an action or event.
Examples:
Cease to exist. Cease drinking. The company decided to cease production of the product.
Termination.
The process or act of bringing something to an end or conclusion, an end or conclusion of something.
Examples:
Termination of a contract. Termination notice. The termination of his employment was due to repeated violations of company policy.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.
Lavish.
Large in amount and expensive or impressive.
Examples:
Lavish lifestyle. Enjoy a lavish trip abroad. He has earned lavish praise for his achievement.
Fond.
Having affection or liking for someone, particularly someone you've known for a long time.
Examples:
Very fond of. Fond memories of the birthday. He is excessively fond of alcohol.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things. To narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship. To empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples:
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Ancestor.
A person from whom one is descended, a forefather.
Examples:
Ancestor language. Earliest human ancestor. My remote ancestor immigrated to the United States from Ireland in the 1800s.
Effigy.
A representation of a person or thing, especially in the form of sculpture.
Examples:
Wax effigy. A material effigy. The king's effigy was carved into the throne to symbolize his authority.
Bury.
To place a dead body in the ground, grave, or tomb.
Examples:
Bury in the earth. Bury emotion. There is plenty of space to bury everyone.
Tau.
The 19th letter of the Greek alphabet, transliterated as T, of physics, tau particle, a fundamental particle known as the tau lepton that is an elementary particle with a negative electric charge and a spin of 1/2.
Examples:
Tau particle. The symbol of tau. The tau protein has been found to play a role in the development of Alzheimer's disease and other neurological disorders.
Embody.
To represent or exemplify something, to give tangible form to an abstract idea.
Examples:
Embody my goal. Embody a spirit of charity. The company's new products embody the values of innovation and sustainability.
Perspective.
A certain attitude towards something, a particular style of thinking about something.
Examples:
A perspective view. Perspective of the battle. His father's death changed his whole perspective on life.
Awareness.
The fact or state of knowing something exists and is important.
Examples:
Awareness of my ignorance. Raise public awareness. There has been a gradual but steady rise in environmental awareness.
Accord.
An official agreement or treaty between two organizations, countries, etc. Verb, allow to have.
Examples:
Accord with public opinion. by national accord. The organization finally signed a peace accord.
Cosmology.
The scientific study of the nature and origin of the universe.
Examples:
Physical cosmology, modern cosmology. Cosmology evolved from people's philosophical questions about the natural world.
Grandparent.
A parent of one's father or mother.
Examples:
Great-grandparent. Person of grandparent age. She was close to her paternal grandparents and often spent summers with them.
Anchor.
A device, typically made of metal, that is used to moor a ship or boat in a particular place, typically by being dropped to the seabed, a central cohesive source of support and stability.
Examples:
Anchor bolt. Anchor weight. The ship dropped anchor in the bay.
Metaphor.
A figure of speech in which an expression is used to refer to something that it does not denote to suggest a similarity.
Examples:
Metaphor for death. Visual metaphor. She expressed her thought in an artful choice of metaphors.
Membership.
The state of belonging to a group, a club, an organization, etc.
Examples:
A membership fee. Membership in a stock exchange. My application for membership in the association was accepted.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result.
Examples:
Invest in stocks. Invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.
Sacrificial.
Relating to or involving the killing of animals or people as an offering to a deity.
Examples:
Sacrificial nature. Sacrificial victim. The lamb was a sacrificial offering to the gods.
Repay.
To give back or make restitution for money, debt, or other obligation that is owed, to compensate or reward someone for something done or given.
Examples:
Repay a kindness. Repay a debt. I must repay my loan on time to avoid late fees and penalties.
Display.
To exhibit or show something to others, often to attract attention or demonstrate its features, properties, or value.
Examples:
Display merchandise. Display artwork. We need to display our products in an attractive way to attract customers.
Wealth.
A large amount of money, property, or other things that someone or an organization owns.
Examples:
Majority of his wealth. Material wealth. The wealth inequality was unavoidable.
Exhibit.
To show something in public for people to enjoy or to provide them with information.
Examples.
Exhibit a bad attitude. Exhibit a great talent. Other technology industries exhibit similarly explosive growth.
Extension.
A thing that is added to something to make it longer, larger, or wider. An educational opportunity provided by colleges and universities to people who are not enrolled as regular students. An additional telephone set that is connected to the same telephone line.
Examples.
Time extension. Telephone extension. They are building an extension to the house to add more bedrooms.
Confirm.
To support or establish the truth or certainty of something previously believed or suspected to be the case.
Examples.
Confirm the diagnosis. Confirm a transaction. Please write to confirm your reservation.
Drama.
A play in a theater, television, or radio, or performance on a stage.
Examples.
Secular drama. Upcoming crime drama. She had an audition for drama school.
Highlight.
To make something prominent, mainly so that people give it more attention.
Examples.
Highlight a string in red. Highlight an important difference. The introduction highlighted the speaker's distinguished career as a consultant.
Salient.
Most noticeable or important, striking.
Examples.
The salient part of the speech. Salient feature. The most salient point made during the presentation was the potential profit increase.
Feat.
A notable or impressive achievement, especially one that requires great skill or bravery.
Examples.
Intellectual feat. Feat accomplishment. It is an incredible feat to climb Mount Everest, the highest mountain in the world.
Aspire.
To have an ambition or a desire to achieve something, typically something high or great.
Examples.
Aspire to greatness. Aspire after perfection. She aspired to become a successful businesswoman.
Engage.
To attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples.
Engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Confer.
To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, to bestow something.
Examples.
Confer degree. Confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.
Survival.
The state of continuing to exist or live, frequently in the face of difficulty or danger.
Examples:
survival ability, survival food. He evaluated his chances for survival rather pessimistically.
Advance.
To go or move forward, to develop in a positive way.
Examples:
advance the technology, advance a cooperative relationship. Scientific knowledge will advance significantly with the power of AI.
Prolong.
To extend the duration or length of something, particularly a period of time or an event.
Examples:
prolong the agony. Measures to prolong the lifespan. We need to prolong the meeting for another hour to discuss all the issues.
Debilitating.
Weakening or damaging, causing a loss of strength, energy, or success.
Examples:
debilitating virus, debilitating effect. His debilitating illness made it difficult for him to leave the house.
Predetermine.
To decide or determine in advance, to establish or influence beforehand.
Examples:
predetermine effectiveness, predetermine result. I can't predetermine the game's outcome, and anything can happen.
Thread.
A fine cord of natural or synthetic fibers or filaments, such as cotton or nylon, used in sewing, knitting, or weaving. A series of connected messages or comments on a social media platform or online forum, often related to a particular topic. A sequence or line of events, ideas, or actions that are connected or related. Verb: to pass a thread through a needle or other small opening, in preparation for sewing or stitching.
Examples:
thread a catheter, start a new thread. The detective followed a thread of clues which ultimately led to the suspect's arrest.
Unspool.
To unwind or unravel a length of thread, film, tape, or other material from a spool or reel. To reveal or disclose information gradually or in a meandering way.
Examples:
unspool thread, unspool a story. The film's credits began to unspool, listing everyone who worked on the project.
Fabric.
Cloth or other material produced by weaving wool, cotton, silk, etc., used for making clothes, covering furniture, etc.
Examples:
a hand-loomed fabric, fabric of creation. These synthetic fabrics are used in military vests because of their excellent abrasion resistance.
Decision.
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples:
Decision authority. A selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Healthcare.
The organized activity or business of preserving mental and physical health by preventing or treating illness through services offered by the health profession.
Examples:
Healthcare agency. Rising healthcare cost. In an aging population, citizens must pay more to maintain quality healthcare.
Patriarch.
A man who is the head of a family or tribe, or a man who is revered because of his age, wisdom, or spiritual leadership.
Examples:
Patriarch of Constantinople. Patriarch of a religion. The family patriarch was a respected elder who was always consulted on important decisions.
Maternal.
Relating to or characteristic of a mother, having feelings that are typical of a caring mother towards her child.
Examples:
On the maternal side. Maternal care. She had a very maternal instinct towards her newborn baby.
Clan.
A group of families united by actual or perceived kinship and descent, especially in Scotland.
Examples:
Clan society. Tribal clan. This clan saved people from a world full of violence.
Depart.
To go away or leave, especially to start a journey.
Examples:
Arrive and depart on time. Depart from the faith. We departed before the temperature fell below zero.
Greatly.
To an extraordinary extent or degree, very much.
Examples:
Greatly affect the situation. Greatly support that player. They greatly admired our actions.
Mourn.
To feel or express sorrow, grief, or sadness, especially over the death of someone.
Examples:
Mourn with deep grief. Mourn death. We mourned the loss of our dear friend at the memorial service.
Presence.
The fact or state that someone or something exists, occurs, or is present.
Examples:
The evidence of the presence. His majestic presence. The path to a solid online presence necessitates a high technical ability.
Recount.
To describe what happened or to narrate a story.
Examples:
Recount the adventure. Recount a conversation with him. They recount events that have already occurred.
Narrative.
A story or a description of a series of events or process of telling a story.
Examples:
Narrative poetry. Personal narrative. The narrative handles multiple plot lines and has unpredictable ends.
Weave.
To make cloth, a carpet, a basket, etc., by repeatedly crossing a single thread through two sets of long threads at a right angle to them.
Examples:
Weave on a loom. Weave a story. The girl weaves a garland for her friend.
Discernible.
Able to be perceived or recognized, clear or distinguishable.
Examples:
Discernible pattern. Lack of discernible progress. There was a discernible change in the atmosphere when the boss walked into the room.
Foresee.
To perceive or predict, to anticipate or expect something to happen in the future.
Examples:
Foresee the consequences. Foresee challenges. I foresee a problem arising if we don't address this issue now.
Frightening.
Causing fear or alarm or very surprising and alarming.
Examples:
Cast frightening eyes. Frightening experience. The news of the pandemic was a frightening reminder of the fragility of human health.
Repulse.
To drive or force back, to reject with disgust or aversion.
Examples:
Repulse an attack. Repulse an invader. The army was repulsed by the enemy and forced to retreat.
Manifestation.
A visible or tangible form of something, especially a particular sign of a disease or condition.
Examples:
Manifestation of a deeper problem. Manifestation of psychological stress. The manifestation of his anxiety was evident in his shaking hands.
Greet.
To say hello to someone, to express welcome on meeting someone.
Examples:
Greet a customer. Greet an idea. He greeted his friends with a warm smile and a hug.
Profoundly.
To a great or complete degree, deeply.
Examples:
Profoundly insightful. Sleep profoundly. The novel affected her profoundly, causing her to question her beliefs and values.
Stretch.
To make or be capable of making anything longer or broader without hurting or breaking.
Examples:
Stretch along the coast. Stretch a story. Some herds have been observed to stretch hundreds of kilometers.
Emotional.
Relating to people's feelings.
Examples:
Emotional health. Emotional distress. Human emotional responses vary widely depending on the society to which they belong.
Medicinal.
Of or relating to the treatment or cure of disease.
Examples:
medicinal chemistry, traditional medicinal. The medicinal properties of this herb have been known to help with various ailments.
Ascribe.
To attribute something to a particular cause or source.
Examples:
ascribe everything to nature. Ascribe my failure to bad luck. The project's success was ascribed to the team's hard work.
Adopt.
To choose to follow something, to legally take a child from another family and care for them as if they were one's own.
Examples:
adopt a child. Adopt a bill. The National Assembly has adopted the budget.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Expand.
To increase or to make something greater in size, number, or importance.
Examples:
expand a lineup. Expand agricultural output. They hope to expand their business worldwide.
Shift.
A slight transition in position, direction, or trend.
Examples:
Doppler shift. Major paradigm shift. Could you help me shift some furniture?
Conversation.
An informal talk between two or more people to exchange their views, ideas, information, etc.
Examples:
conversation in English. A friendly conversation. Your conversation reflects your thoughts.
Entertain.
To keep a group of people interested or excited, to take into consideration an idea or feeling.
Examples:
entertain a guest. Let me entertain you with music. He refused to entertain our proposal.
Discuss.
To talk about or examine in detail, through conversation or debate, to exchange ideas, opinions, or information on a particular topic.
Examples:
discuss options. Discuss solutions. We need to discuss the next steps for the project during our meeting tomorrow.